彼女は教会に行く。俺が同行する。それでいいか、ヤン。
Yang had been frowning from all the while. Yang had been frowning all the while from his headache, but he must have heard our conversation. And no, there's no and. He must have heard our conversation. He replied quickly and without a care. Oh, dude. Yay. Okay, I take back some of the stuff I said about you. Why are you smiling? He then went silent. He didn't touch the food in front of him. Instead, he seemed to be chuckling. I hope whatever you find funny is what I would find funny. His reaction worried me somewhat, and I hastily finished my meal. Yang, you... Ugh. I stepped outside and took in a deep breath. I feel like I've been reborn. Orlock's like, okay, whatever. Staying overnight in an unfamiliar place took quite a toll. I breathed in the fresh air a number of times when I noticed Orlock looking at me. What's the matter? When you look at me like that, I feel a little embarrassed and kind of shy.
Yeah, 特に何も.
Okay. Liliana, what the hell, girl? I was sure he had something on his mind. As I wondered what he was thinking about, he suddenly spoke.
生き返るってどういうことか聞いてもいいですか?
Huh? I glanced around the area a moment and responded to the somewhat timid question. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I just meant that it feels good to be outside. Can't relate. I suppose the fresh air made me feel like I was born again.
なるほど.
Orlock was nodding as if he just learned something significant.
やっぱり落ち着かないですか? いえ。あまり余計な話をしてる暇ない。できるだけ急ぎましょう。
Why? It could be like a little date. That was prattle to him. He abruptly ended our short conversation, which made me feel lonely, a little lonely. But I hurried and followed his lead. I knew this place well. The closer I got to church, the more my legs urged me forward. If I had to leave Berlone, I may as well take a good look at the place one last time. Sister Sophia! I ran toward her the moment I entered the refectory.
Lili, よかった。無事だったのですね。
Yo, I'm glad that he didn't really hurt you too bad when he dropped your ass. Yes, and you too? And you, Sister Sophia?
あの後、エレナがすぐに気づいてくれて、お医者様に来ていただけましたから。ちゃんと手当てしていただきました。もう大丈夫。安心してくださいね。
I felt tears welling in my eyes, seeing Sister Sophia's bright smile. Thank goodness. Just being able to speak to Sister Sophia like this brought joy to my heart. I felt a gentle warmth come over me.
私のことよりもあなたのことです。一体何があったのです?
Oh, well.
Liliana.
Shouldn't Sister Sophia be screaming? now because the man who assaulted her is right here. I suddenly heard Orlock's whisper, "Don't tell her." He pulled me close to him. What?
あのお方の件は他の人に言わないで
Yeah.
ください。
Oh, okay.
あなたは
Yep. You're the dude. You're the thug. Sister Sophia gasped. Excuse me. Seeing Sophia. Let me read this again. Sister Sophia gasped, seeing Orlock standing beside me. I'm like, dude, at least like don't show your face.
俺を覚えてますか、シスター。
Of course. How could she forget that boot, that agile boot going across her bread basket? Orlock removed the hood covering his face.
俺は先日彼女を教会から連れ去ったものです。
You brought her back here. What the hell?
あの時どうしても彼女を安全な場所に連れて行かなければと考えてて、怪我をさせてしまって本当にごめんなさい。あなたを気遣う余裕がなかった。あなたも俺も神を信じる同士なのに。
You're gonna forgive him, cause that's
私が怪我をしたことについては怒っていませんよ。
that's what you learn in the Bible. So
あなたが悔いているならなおのこと責めるつもりはありません。
yeah.
はい。ごめんなさい、シスター。
Upon hearing his response, Sister Sophia's expression grew somber.
ただ彼女を無理やりに連れ去ったこと、これは今も納得していません。もしあなたがこの子に無理を強いているなら、私は何度でも体を張ります。
No, but I believe him, so
あなたから彼女を取り返す必要があるなら、今も私は立ち向かうつもりです。
within Sister Sophia's calm voice was a bold resolve. Hey, she about that life. She's not 100% pure. I responded to Sister Sophia. I'm gonna vouch for him. Orlock isn't a bad person. Wait a minute, Sister Sophia. Orlock isn't a bad person. I jumped in to defend Orlock. I was certainly surprised myself, but he acted for the purpose of my well-being. He did abduct me, but he even brought me here because I asked him. So don't worry, Sister Sophia. Orlock listened to me silently. It felt as though he was happy to hear me defending him.
では、あの後何があったのか、事情を聞かせてもらえますか？
Well, as I was about to explain what happened to me that night.
あ、シスター、お客様？
Hey, it's that music again! Okay, let me not.
それにお帰りなさい、お姉ちゃん。どこに行ってたの？
そっちの人、この間のお兄ちゃんだよね。今日はお祈り？
違う。
じゃあお姉ちゃんもお兄さんも一緒に遊ぼう。リリーは今私と大事なお話をしています。少し待っていてくださいね。そうなの？つ
なんないの？
Damn, John a savage, boy.
ねえ、お兄ちゃんは？お兄ちゃんは暇？
Ah, that's so cute. Are you good with kids? The kids looked at Orlock with earnest eyes.
急ぎの用は特に。
じゃあこっちに来て。
Wait a minute! I tried to stop him at the sight of Orlock being manhandled by the kids. He then looked at me with his brow raised.
何？
Are you alright, Orlock? I mean, is it a bother?
構わない。俺がいない方が二人で話しやすいでしょ。だから
Oops.
俺が子供たちと遊ぶくらいは。
Before he could finish, Orlock was dragged away by the kids. Damn it, I touched the A button by accident. I sure hope he's okay. After seeing him go, I turned around to face Sister Sophia. I'm sorry about that, Sister Sophia. Now about what happened.
なるほど。
It was hard to explain what happened without mentioning Bishop Roseberg and his prophecy. I did explain that I needed to stay under the Laoshu's custody for a while until things settled down. Sister Sophia fell into deep thought a number of times during my explanation, but didn't say a word. I was thankful that she listened to me.
事情はともかく、やはり危険なことだと思います。ラオシュがいつまであなたを保護してくれるのかもわかりませんし、あなたが教会に帰れる方法はないか、私の方でも考えてみます。
Hey, I'd appreciate that. I guess. I don't know.
何より大切なのはあなたの安全です。どうか気をつけてくださいね。
Thank you, Sister Sophia. At the very least, I think I could put my trust in Orlock. Sister Sophia listened quietly and seemed to be deep in thought again. Like, I don't know about this boy. She then quickly looked up and checked the time.
ごめんなさいね。せっかく会いに来てくれたのに、私はこれから出
you
か
know
けなけ
what?
ればなります。
Uh-oh. I hope she's not informing the Falzones about this. Because the Falzones do come in to offer their prayers and whatnot. But just that abrupt, I gotta get up and do something. She's probably gonna alert the Falzones. Don't worry, I only came to say hello. Be careful out there, Sister Sophia.
ありがとう。あなたはゆっくりしていってくださいね。
Oh. With that, Sister Sophia kissed me on the cheek and quickly headed out. I heard the kids shouting just as Sister Sophia left. What's going on? I left the refectory and went to the garden.
Orlock, すごい速い。速いのに、ちゃんが振り返ったら全然動かない。す
これくらいなら簡単だから。
While one of them turned away and counted, the others closed in on the person counting. After counting to 3, the person then turned around. Whoever was seen moving after that point would have to go back to the starting point. Bruh, that's red light, green light. Shouts out to those who know what the heck red light, green light is. What the hell? Okay, whatever. It's called red light, green light. They were playing the traditional game of statues.
オルロック振り返るのも早いよ。止まるの間に合わなくてつい動いちゃう。
何かルールを間違えた。
間違ってない。すごいだけ。
あ、そうだ。次はカルチョしよう。僕ボール持ってくる。
Calcio. What the hell?
カルチョ？俺したことない。
Yeah, I gotta explain the rules, and maybe it's a American equivalent over here.
だったら教えてあげる。
わかった。
Oh, that's soccer or football, depending on where you are. Oh wait, did I freaking? I didn't read this. I'm sorry, y'all. Now they were playing a game where they kicked the ball without using their hands. All Orlock was doing was moving between the kids, kicking the ball back and forth. But soon,
もらうよ。
ooh, these are kids. Calm down. He quickly found the right timing to take the ball away from his opponent.
追いつけない。
Orlock quickly weaved around the kids while kicking the ball. Yeah, that's soccer or football. He quickly made his way to the opponent's line to make the goal.
これでいい？
すっごい。今のどうやったの？
僕にも教えて教えて。
The kids surrounded Orlock. Wait a minute. Is he smiling? For a second, I could swear I saw Orlock smiling like I'd never seen before. I carefully looked at his face again. Yes, he is smiling. Aww, he's good with kids. Orlock is probably younger than me. Looking at his youthful smile was making me think that way. In fact, seeing him at the center of the huddled kids made him look pretty cute. But another thought crossed my mind. He hurt a lot of people too. He waded through the mafia all by himself and fought them all off. It doesn't seem like he'll harm me. So I'm sure his apology to Sister Sophia was sincere. Maybe it was because of the innocence he showed. I didn't have solid proof of who he really was, but I was sure my intuition was correct. Even so, I need to remember that he's strong enough to kill others.
リリアーナ、シスターがいないけど、話はもう終わった？
Before I knew it, he escaped from the kids and was now standing in front of me. Yes, I'm done. Thank you. Also, this is kind of in the same realm, but second choice is you know, you call it like you see it. But the first choice is you're very observant. Oh, shoot. We'll go with... You look like you were having fun. You look like you were having fun. You can have fun. What's wrong? He looked surprised at my comment.
そうですか。よくわからないです。
So was he smiling by instinct?
ああいう遊びがあるって全然知らなかった。だから新鮮というか驚いた感じだと思います。
You didn't play much outside before? Did you feel weak as a child?
それとはちょっと違う気がします。
He tilted his head a bit.
ねえねえお姉ちゃん、僕お腹空いちゃった。
Oh, it's about time for lunch, isn't it? Orlock, aren't you getting hungry as well? You must have had breakfast earlier than me.
いえ、今朝は特に何も。
Huh? You didn't eat?
はい。必要な時に最低限の食事をします。
Yeah, if I could be as disciplined as he is for this intermittent fasting. Oh, child. You may never eat. When you need to.
パンとか水とかです。
What? We gotta feed you something more filling, more hearty. Huh? That's it? Wait right here. I'll help and get lunch served. I needed to serve him something to eat. I quickly headed toward the kitchen.
あ、
お姉ちゃん、台所に行ったの？
Child, only bread and water.
そうみたい。
じゃあオルロック、ご飯の時間までもうちょっと遊ぼう。
あ、わかった。
Oh, wait, I think I've seen this before. I don't know, maybe I haven't. Elena was in the kitchen helping to prepare lunch. Elena!
リリなの？
Good to see you not stabbed. Yes, I'm home, Elena.
よかった。あなたが帰ってきてくれて。
Aww. Elena smiled and hugged me tight, breathing a sigh of relief.
心配したんだから。
I'm sorry, Elena. I closed my eyes and apologized as we embraced.
一体何があったの？
I'll explain later, but first, let's get Runch Letty. Oh my god, sorry y'all. I'll explain later, but first, let's get lunch ready, shall we? Elena looked at me with her eyes wide as I prepared the lunch to be served.
今日のお昼は何？
We have cod aqua plaza today. It was a dish of fresh seafood and roasted cod. Whatever. Simmered in white wine and fresh tomatoes. Dang, they eating good up in there. Huh. Okay. The dish was garnished with olives and a sprig of rosemary. There's also salmon and cream bruschetta. Bruschetta, excuse me, I forgot. It's bruschetta. Fun fact, y'all, I don't really care for tomatoes, but I do like the bruschetta with the traditional one with like the tomatoes, the diced tomatoes, and like balsamic and garlic and onion. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, there we go. It was toasted garlic rubbed baguette slices, baked until golden and fragrant. We topped it with a generous portion of chopped salmon and cream cheese. I don't know if I can do with that cream cheese though. You lose me. We even have romanesco and anchovy pasta. Golly! Y'all hear that? They eat good up in there. Romanesco, a type of cauliflower associated with the Brassica rapa species. Okay. Is that elegant enough for you, Laura? Holy shit.
オルロックもいっぱい食べてね。
Huh?
ああ
Huh? He looks cramped with all those kids around him. With the dishes set out on the table, we offered our usual prayer of thanks before the meal. Lunch was finally served, and the kids immediately took scoops into their mouths. As for Orlock... Oh, baby, what's wrong? He's so quiet. I stared at him, wondering why he was eating so quietly and keeping to himself. What's that look on his face? Oh, baby, what's that look? Don't give me that long face. Was there something you didn't like?
いえ、とても美味しいです。リリアーナは料理がうまいですね。
Ow, you know it. I'm glad you like it, but all I did was help out Elena. Girl! Okay, whatever. You're supposed to take credit for that. The only thing I made myself was the dolce. It's panna cotta with blueberry sauce today. Panna cotta. Panna cotta means cooked cream in Italian. This treat is made using cream, milk, and sugar that form with gelatin. I've seen it. I don't know. From the description, I would try it because I've tried flan, which is a common, dessert in Hispanic community. But then again, like flan for me, it's an acquired taste. So I think flan and panna cotta are kind of with it, like they're cousins. But I'm pretty sure, like with flan, there's no gelatin. It's just like condensed milk, caramel, and other shit, But I mean, like with cannoli, I'll try it, but if I ain't too crazy for it, I won't go for it again. I think it came out well. Orlock scooped the panna cotta into his mouth. He looked at me with a serious expression. Don't do that. It makes me think I tasted it wrong. Or cooked it wrong. Hey! There's more where that came from. Thank you. Ah, put a smile on his face. What is it?
感動してました。
Damn, she's good.
リリアーナは特別な存在だって改めて驚いて。
Thank you. Praise me more. Special?
あなたはこんなに立派な料理が作れて。
And I'm cute in the face, thin at the waist. Come on, keep praising me, Orlock.
子供たちにもすごく好かれています。
Yes, I'm very motherly. Yes. Feed me compliments. Nom 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 nom.
やっぱり芸家が受けた信託は正しかった。 あなたこそ選ばれた存在です。
Yeah, okay. When you put it like that, it's like, well, I'm just trying to be on your good side, honey. I really don't think so. I couldn't help but smile at Orlock's reverence toward me. Still, it seemed as though he sincerely believed every word he said. Can I ask you for 2 favors?
はい。あなたの願いなら何なりと。
Oh, sweetheart, be careful what you agree to. Well, firstly, please don't treat me in any special way.
でも、あなたは。
Second, I'd prefer if you. Second, I'd prefer that you call me by what everyone calls me, Lily. Come on, I don't ask for much. Orlock shut his mouth as he didn't know what to say. Sweetheart, just please grant my request. That's all I ask. After a brief pause, he spoke.
いけない。だって、敬語を使わないのは不遜だから。
Jeez, imagine if I'm trying to fall in love with you. Ugh. But talking to me the way you do now puts some distance between us. Okay, Lily, tell him. I'd rather you speak to me normally, I'd rather you speak normally so that I can feel at ease when we speak. Please?
いえ。でも。
No buts, just do as I say. Am I asking too much?
わかりました。じゃなくて、わかった。すぐにできるかはわからないけど、やってみる。あなたの願いだから。
Thank you, Orlock. I really appreciate it. Orlock looked away as if he was embarrassed seeing me smile. With lunch finished, the kids came storming toward Orlock again.
オルロック、また一緒に遊ぼうよ。
今度はおままごと？お絵かきはどう？
俺は。
Orlock looked at me with pleading eyes. I'm sorry, but we need to help clear up the dishes. But if Orlock is okay, I'm sure he can go out and play with you.
わかった。あなたがそう言うなら。
This is adorable. I watched Orlock being dragged away again and collected the plates to bring to the kitchen.
そんなことがあったのね。
I carefully chose my words to explain to Elena what happened. I'm sorry I can't share everything. It's just that I'm not sure myself either. Elena had a worried look on her face, but soon enough she gave a smile.
でも、オルロック？私も彼のことは悪い人じゃなさそうだって思うわ。あれだけ子供たちに好かれているんだし、遊んでくれるのも助かっちゃう。私だけであの子たちの相手をするのはもうヘトヘトだもの。
Oh, Elena. Sure, let's watch this.
怪我の具合はどうだ？
大丈夫だよ。しばらく銃は持てないくらいで、命に別状はない。
そうか。
Nicola spoke in his usual light manner, but I could tell his wound was deep. Oof.
ごめん。僕が前線に出られないと動きづらいよね。
I held my hand up to tell Nicola that he did need to apologize.
さっきシスターが来た。
Bitch, I knew she was gonna try to tip them off to get them to snatch me up. I knew it. You ain't right, Sister Sophia.
彼女が教会に来たと教えてくれた。護衛付きだったらしいがな。
護衛？教会にラオ州の人間が来たってこと？
なあ、随分と挑発的な真似をする。ラオ州に新顔が一人いただろう。恐ろしく強いな。
ああ。
こちらもそれなりに対策を考えてから動く必要がある。ラオ州への襲撃は時期を見るとしても、彼女については早急に手を打たなければ。
ラオ州をもう少し探ってみるよ。
頼む。
I watched Nicola as he left the room.
奴には見覚えがある。だが、どこで？以前街中で目にしたのか。いや。
Oh, what's good? That little blurb of a mirror, or not mirror, window. Interesting. Talking with Elena while cleaning took a while, and the sun began to set. I went to the garden, but I didn't hear of the kids I went to the garden, but I didn't hear any of the kids playing. I wonder if they're playing elsewhere. Ciao! At this point, their asses need to be in their rooms or whatever, cause it's sundown. I peeked into the garden to discover Orlock tired on the ground with the kids lying down around him. Aww. Aww, that is such a cute picture. They're sleeping? All the kids were sound asleep and smiling as if they were having good dreams. They're so cute. They were like tiny angels. They're going to get a cold like that. I quietly snuck up on them to try and cover all of them with my shawl. Suddenly, Orlock opened his eyes. He caught me off guard. I thought he was sleeping. I'm sorry. Did I wake you?
眠ってない。目を閉じていただけだから。
Orlock slowly sat up as if nothing happened. Them kids up. We quietly moved away from the sleeping children so that we could talk a bit. Thank you for playing with the kids. They all seem so happy. It's been a while since they played this much.
久々に?
Well, we don't have boys your age here. So the kids must be looking up to you like you're their brother. Aww. Which is why I'm not surprised at all seeing them so happy like this.
子供たちが嬉しいと、あなたも嬉しい。
Hell yeah. Huh?
だって今、あなたがすごく嬉しそうな顔をしてたから。
Yes, they are my family after all. I'm happy if my family is happy.
家族
Orlock mumbled words to himself and fell into thought. I feel bad about waking them up, but they'll need to go inside soon. If they sleep here, they won't be able to fall asleep tonight with how quickly night falls. I went over and gently woke them up. They all rubbed their eyes and woke from their sweet dreams.
まだ眠いよ。
Nap time's over for now. Everyone go inside. It's cold out here. Orlock looked on quietly as I got the kids to go inside. The next morning, Orlock came to see me just as I was about to leave my room.
おはよう
Good morning, Orlock.
今日も教会に行く
Aw, you're gonna go play with the kids again. Huh? I didn't expect him to say that to me. I stuttered, looking for words. Can I go?
あなたが行きたいなら
It didn't seem like he was all that willing, but I was still happy that he gave me the option. But I recalled what he said yesterday. I better ask just in case. Orlock, I recall you telling me something when we went to the church before. That it wasn't a good idea to be going out, right?
良くないけどあなたに不自由させるのも良くないから
I do like that in comparison, or rather contrast to Nicola's route, in which they were pretty adamant about keeping me locked up. So, yeah, I mean, you're in the worst part of town, so like, what's the worst that can happen? So, yeah, like, I appreciate this route just for that. Thank you, Orlock. I really appreciated his considerate reply. Moving between Veleno and the church, we had been traveling between the two districts daily. Oh wow. Somehow, I grew accustomed to it. It didn't feel dangerous at all, to be honest. Because you're in the worst part of town.
今日も教会に行く
I guess this is the next day. He came every morning to ask. I nodded as usual, then hesitantly began to speak. We've been going back and forth between the church and Veleno the past few days. But nothing has happened so far. It feels like there's no danger around. Liliana, no, they could be plotting, when you least expect it. So she's probably going to fix her mouth and say, oh, let me go by myself. And I hope that's not the case. Aside from moving between the two districts and living with the Laoshu, my life really hasn't changed much from when I was back at the church. I looked at Orlock and asked him what had long been on my mind. This is so difficult. What the fuck? Okay, oops. I'm really not sure, y'all. I'm gonna be pretty content with, whatever ending I get, I just get, instead of thinking too hard on it. Let's see, is it still dangerous? I want to go back to the church. Let's go with, I want to go back to the church. I want to go home. I want to go back to the church.
それはできない。
But nothing has happened, even after going outside so many days. Oh shit, this is like the train of thought I don't care for right now. Aren't we safe already? To be honest, I'm not so keen about living with the Laoshu.
確かにここで生活するのはあなたにあまり良くないのはわかる。だから日中ベレーノの外に出るのは悪くないことだと思う。
Then why? Orlock shook his head before I could finish.
でもここにいるからあなたは守られてる。そういう部分も確実にある。ラオ州が睨みを利かせてるから手出しのできない人たちがいる。
I assumed Orlock was referring to the Falzone family.
分かってほしい。
Okay. All I could do was nod in response at Orlock's serious expression. A few days passed. As usual, Orlock and I headed down to the Laoshu's dining area for breakfast. Surprisingly, Yang was already there. It was very unusual to see him ahead of us. He also didn't look as lethargic as usual.
お前たちに提案がある。
Yang began to speak before the meal arrived. Although he was smiling, it was hard to tell what was really going on inside him.
教会に毎日通っているそうだね。
What, can Orlock stay with me?
ああ、
信心深いのは素晴らしいことだ。だが、俺は二人に危険がないか心配でな。そこでぜひ、ラオ州からも護衛をつけたい。構わんな。
But Orlock is my guard, so why you need to send 2 more men with us?
護衛なら俺がいる。
Yeah.
それで問題ない。
What? Try to run off? Is that what Yang thinks?
もちろん、彼女だけを守るのなら、お前一人でも十分すぎる戦力だ。しかし、先日の襲撃のように、バルツォーネがなりふり構わない手段を取ることもあり得る。教会に襲撃があったらどうする？
Yang then looked at me. His cold stare struck fear into me.
教会の人間を見捨てて一人逃げるか？それでいいと？
Of course not. I raised my voice in anger, and Yang listened
という
calmly.
ことは、護衛役は大いに越したことはないな。
And I prematurely hit the A button. Fun fact.
いかにオルロックといえど、教会の人間すべてを単独で守るのは難しいだろう。
Yeah, he's one dude, so I can see where Yang's going, but we'll see. Orlock didn't say a word. His expression was troubled.
聖なる存在に万が一のことがあっては、ラオ州としてもロズベルグ教に顔向けできん。ぜひ協力させてくれ。
分かった。
Orlock hesitantly nodded back at Yang in acceptance of his offer. What did I do? My anger led me to a result that I didn't want. Now the Laoshu would be accompanying us. I know I can trust Orlock, but to be honest, I didn't trust the Laoshu at all. Was there a way out of this? Breakfast was served as I sat anxiously. The food was tasteless to me now. The Laoshu accompanied us from that day forward. Oh, you! Hey.
Oi, Baba! 何見てやがる? とっとと消えろ!
Yikes! Ciao! A Laoshu's older intimidated an old woman coming to say her prayers. Why you? Mind your manners!
ああ、悪い悪い。はるかの雰囲気に慣れてなくてな。俺たちは聖女様の護衛だからよ。つい気張っちまったんだ。許してくれ。
I wonder if these are the same fools that stabbed Lili, not Lili, Elena. Woo! The old lady turned around and left in a hurry. I let out a heavy sigh. I already did that. This isn't gonna go well. I only foresaw worse things ahead. Seeing that it wouldn't be best to remain inside the church, I went to the garden where I found Elena.
Lili, これはどういうことなの?
I wasn't surprised by her response. After all, the Laoshu were stationed all over the church grounds, glaring at all who passed by. Things just happened. I tried to find the words to explain to her when...
ねえねえ、教会のこと教えてよ。
The twins assigned to guard me came to me in their usual manner.
あっちの建物は何?
It's the dormitory. It's where everyone lives.
へえ。じゃあ行ってみようよ。
探検ね。出発出発。
Huh? Wait! As if they'd listen. They quickly pranced their way toward the dormitory like wild rabbits.
あの子たちもラオシュなの?
Yes. I better make sure they don't do anything. I ended up chasing after Lan and Faye all over the church grounds.
ねえ、お姉ちゃん。あのおじさんたち、朝からずっといるけど、何してるの? なんかね、笑ってたり怒ってたりして、怖い。変な感じ。
The children were taking notice of the odd situation. Poor kids. They won't do anything bad, but it's best that you stay away, okay?
何かするようなら俺が止めるから安心していい。
He nodded, but I could tell the kids were all scared and worried. This isn't good. Even if the guards were there to protect me, it was only making matters here worse. Everyone was scared now. Where's Sister Sophia at? What a long day. I wasn't at ease for a single moment. The guards were just standing there. They didn't pick a fight or anything. But their very presence disturbed the normally peaceful atmosphere. No wonder some of the visitors left quickly without offering their prayer. I feel bad seeing them leave like that. Just thinking about those people made me feel guilty for what they went through. After the Laoshu were warned a number of times, they stopped intimidating the visitors. Oh, Lord have mercy. But Their odd smiles and laughing were more than enough to keep the parishioners away. Yikes! Orlock?
確かに護衛が増えて抑止力にはなってると思う。
Deterred.
ファルツォーネは今までよりもっと慎重にならなくちゃいけない。だからあなたの身の安全はより確実になったと言える。
But the church.
それもわかる。教会の人たちも祈りに来る人も怖がってた。
Can't we do anything about it?
でもこれもあなたのため。多めに見てもらえると助かる。
But I hate to cause so much trouble for the church to the church like this. Maybe I shouldn't come here too often. Suddenly, ruh-roh.
ねえねえ、聞いてよ。
今日は教会の中でじっとしてて退屈だったよ。
だから帰り道にちょっと散歩してから帰るね。
You're just gonna have a walk with your freaking weapons on your hand. Girl, please, you better get your behind back to the headquarters. Huh? But you two were running around the whole time.
やだな。これでもおとなしくしてたよ。
Hey, there's no grounds for misbehaving.
そうそう。ヤンからちゃんとするように言われてたからね。
Lord. See, Han.
確かに。
Okay,
普
just
段に
leave.
比べればマシだったか。
Ciao. The man calling himself Lee intervened. He was introduced as the next in line to Yang, yet he was assigned to guard me as well. Why would someone like him be assigned to guard me?
ガキにしてはよく頑張っていたからな。散歩くらいならいいだろう。今の時間なら夕日が綺麗かもしれない。海沿いでも散歩しよう。
They're like, yay! With their swords in hand.
さすがに。
Told you.
話がわかるね。
もちろん、あんたも一緒に来るよな。
Huh?
俺たちはあんたの護衛なんだ。別行動するわけに
Bro,
は
I
いかない
don't。want to go to no sight. I don't want to go to no sunset. Damn kids.
でも今の時期に寄り道なんて。
じゃあ行くよ。早く早く。
ラン、気が早いよ。僕も行く。
The twins sped off without waiting for us to finish speaking. Ugh. The Laoshu all began to follow, so I ended up following them as well. Oh, new scene. Who this? The sun was setting. The sun was settling and coloring the sea in red. Let me tell y'all something, and I've said this before. Backgrounds mean everything. It really helps with the immersion, and I know I've seen this in like some crap in the Travel Channel, if I may be so blunt, but this is beautiful and so realistic. I love it. I am here for it. I love it. So, moving on, back to the story. Many stopped to look toward the horizon at the beauty of the painted sea. I noticed some tourists watching in awe, sitting with their food and drink in hand.
ねえねえ、あれ何？美味しそう。
Huh? Oh, that's a torta de riso. A traditional treat in Bologna, located in Italy's Emilia Romagna region. Oh my gosh, I hope I said that right. The tart is made with eggs and rice. So I'm guessing riso is Italian for rice. And the tart or torta is a pastry that's usually made with eggs. I could be wrong, but I'm probably wrong, y'all. But you know, riso, rice.
いいね。僕たちも食べたいよ。リー、買ってきて。
は？なぜ俺がガキどものために？
ダメなの？リーのケチ。
ほら、あそこに屋台があるよ。買って買って。お願い、リー。
Kid is greedy as hell.
くそ。後でヤンに請求するからな。ランとフェインの使った金だって言って。
さすがリー、金に汚い。
You gotta be stingy with kids. They're gonna want any and everything, so you gotta be stingy. I don't blame Lee. Lee went and bought the treat for the twins as they followed him and jeered. Oh, what's the matter? I looked at Orlock. Angry? Why would he be angry? I want one too. Oh, Lily, let's see. Are you angry? Just curious, Orlock. Are you angry by any chance? Orlock had been looking intently at the twins. He's sick of them twins. That's what it is. I don't blame him.
怒ってはいない。
Annoyed? Whatever.
ただ、変に歩き回るより早く帰った方が安全だと思う。
Orlock spoke with a nonchalant expression.
護衛としては食べ物よりあなたの安全を選んで欲しかった。
Damn them bastard kids. Orlock was always thinking about keeping me safe. That's what real G's do. I was grateful for his concern, but you just want him to be him. At the same time, I was a bit worried that he felt too strongly about it.
これ、美味しい。
気に入った？じゃあまた食べに来る？リー、おごってくれる？
These fucking kids, y'all don't even focus on the task at hand. Y'all worry about some food. Well, to be quite honest, so am I.
いい加減にしろガキども。そろそろ帰る。散歩は十分満喫しただろ
う。Lee called out to the Laoshu soldiers and set off on his way.
もっと遊びたかったのに。
There's always Tomorrowland. Calm
ね
down.
え。でもそれなりに楽しかったよ。
Thank you, Faye, the voice of reason.
ニコ、リリー。
He reluctantly said my name, just like I asked him to before.
今日はいつもより帰りが遅い。だから気をつけて。できるだけ俺から離れないようにして。
Thank you, Orlock. I nodded and began walking alongside Orlock. Taking a stroll with Orlock like this was only for a brief moment, but it was fun. It's like a pseudo date, I guess. I headed back with the lightness in my step, feeling a lot better than before. We need to pass through Creta before reaching Veleno, if coming from the coast. A few men approach us as we walk through Creta.
お前たちここで何してる？ここはビスコンティの島だぜ。
Ruh-roh. The Visconti. I had a large crowd of Laoshu guarding me today. With so many Laoshu walking through Visconti territory, of course, they thinking we knuckin' for bucking. So, I wasn't surprised that they were questioning why we were here. Please don't start an all-out war just because we were walking through. Oh my god. Jesus, take the wheel. It felt like a fight would break out any moment now. Jump out. Oh, never mind. Orlock said no. Orlock carefully positioned himself so that he could protect me.
あまり無礼な口を聞かないでもらおうか。後悔するぞ、ビスコンティの下っ端ども。こちらには神託の聖女がいるんだからな。もっと礼儀を尽くすべきだ。
Lee spoke loudly so that everyone could hear his voice.
神託？なんだそりゃ。まあ、聞いたこともねえな。
Oh, y'all, let's just go. Let's just go.
はあ？あんたらも教国の敬虔な信徒とやらだろ？なのに知らないって。かわいそうな連中だな。せっかくだ。俺が講釈してやろう。
Is that a good idea?
やめろ、リー。
Okay, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
隠す必要はないだろう。どうからずこのブルローネの誰もが知る。
Oh Lord. Lee raised his voice again despite Orlock's warning.
教国のロズベルグ教が信託を受けたんだ。あのヨゼフ・フォン・ロズベルグ教が。
Oh gosh. Why is it with these dudes with these brunettes, these second in commands or whatever, a support character, they always gotta have the crazy eyes going on and like they're assholes. I don't get it.
このブルローネの争いを終わらせるその引き金となる人物こそが
like Orlock drop kick him. Give him that love tap. Shut him up.
ここにいるリリアーナ・アドルナート。
The crowd began murmuring as Lee continued his bold tirade.
信託に名指しされた女だぞ。まさに聖女と呼ぶにふさわしい。
I think you should shut up.
そんな彼女が身を寄せているのはラオシュだ。つまりビスコンティは遠からず命運尽きる定めってわけだ。
ふざけるな。そんな話が信じられるか。ビスコンティにはギルがいる。いい加減なこと言うんじゃねえ。
What the hell is that supposed to be? The Visconti men began to raise their voices in anger and confusion.
ロズベルグ様がご神託を受けたって？
Oh, shit, y'all, that's Tonio with the amaretto. Right? Same dude?
聖女だって？
Yep.
おや、あの子は教会の子じゃ。
The people began staring at me amidst the clamor. I felt awkward being looked at like this, especially after Lee's declaration about the prophecy. You idiot, Lee.
いい加減にしろ、リー。
何を苛立っている。神託の聖女の存在を広めることに問題でもあるのか？俺はブルローネの連中も聖なる存在を敬うべきだと思うが。
それはそうかもしれないけど。
Orlock couldn't seem to say anything in rebuttal after hearing Lee refer to me as holy. Many already heard what Lee said. It was hard to deny it now. Marco, you're alive! So happy. I heard a familiar voice. Maybe it was the crowd or someone called. The police had arrived. Alright, let's look at the meanwhile story, y'all.
ダンテ、さっきからどうしたの？しっかり食べなくちゃダメだよ。
なあ。
そういえば、昨べ寝る前に声をかけた時もおかしかったね。生返事だったし。何か考え事？気になることでもある？
考え事というわけじゃないが、昨日から何か思い出せそうというか、引っかかっているというか。
それってどういう？
Ooh, what?
失礼しました。
Damn it, Leo, you scared me. Leo dropped the cup he was carrying and Leo dropped the cup he was carrying. He crouched down to clean up the mess.
なあ、レオ、手を切るから触らないで。ほうきでも持ってきて掃除しておきなよ。
Oh, is this regarding the assassination of his father? For a second, I could almost remember it. But no matter how hard I tried, my thoughts remained vague, and it would come together. Interesting. Marco, thank goodness. I was sure he could do something about this mess. Marco was one of the few officers that could actually stand up against the mafia here.
俺たちは特に何もしていない。ただ、軽く挨拶しただけだ。
The Visconti kept quiet, but were glaring at Lee.
まあいい。何もねえならさっさと言った。
Okay. Orlock covered me while we made our way out of the crowd. Following us from behind was Lee, the twins, and the other members of the Laoshu. We were lucky that the police came. If not, who knows what would have happened. This really doesn't bode well. I didn't know what it was, but I had a bad feeling about what was to come. By the time we returned, the sun set, and dinner was about to be served. Lee reported what happened today.
聖女様の護衛、確かに完了しました。
Yeah, I guess by well you mean you opened your big yap!
ご苦労、リー。双子の大盛りは楽しかったか？
Motherfucker, you made me babysit those brats?
ええ、それはもう。
I know he was happy to get them out of here. Lee replied in a sarcastic tone. Orlock frowned and began to speak.
リーは困ったことをしてくれた。
ほう、何をしたんだ、リー。
さあ。
彼女が信託に示された女性だとリーはビスコンティに喋った。町の人間にも聞かれた。噂は広がる。 いや、これはお前の監督不行き届きだ。
Orlock's tone was stern.
そんなことがあったのか。
申し訳ない。相手に挑発されてついつい口が滑ってしまった。
Oh no, don't back down now. You said it.
それは責めるに責められんな。
Neither Yang nor Lee flinched at Orlock's irritation.
信託のことを公にする許可は芸家から得ていない。だからこういう勝手な行動は慎んでもらわなければ困る。
どうやら聖なる存在を護衛できるとあってすっかり舞い上がってしまったらしい。リーに悪気はなかった。どうか許してやってくれ。
たとえ悪気がなくても今回みたいなことはやめてほしい。
Orlock breathed heavily, as if he were trying to restrain himself. Maybe he said that on purpose. Most of the Laoshu weren't from here. Based on what I've seen, I doubted that any actually believed in the teachings of the church. The way Lee proposed my existence as a holy person, he was being like snarky about it. Felt more like he was trying to rile up the public rather than displaying any respect. Yeah, there's no like good intent behind that. What are you looking at, bastard? Yang looked at me, then laughed eerily. Ew, stop doing that! What is he thinking? Anxiety and doubt filled my mind.
そうだな。今回の件について俺は心から謝罪したい。
Yes, the bottom of your black heart, you soulless individual.
ラオシュとして誠意を見せよ。
I'm sure you will. Repentance.
今後、教会にはラオ州の護衛を常駐させる。
That might be five brain for or five head, whatever, y'all know the expression. That might be a five head sort of deal where you could trick the Falzones into like constantly storming the church. And then you know, it depends. I really don't know what's going on with Yang, but okay, guard the church then. Huh? Guard the church? Y'all tried that. It didn't work out.
そうだ。リーがうかつな真似をしたせいで、お前が聖なる存在だと露見してしまった。パルツォーネだけではなく、今後はビスコンティまでもが強行手段に出てくる可能性がある。
Yeah, Lee. Good shit. Why did you do that?
特にお前が育った教会とあれば何をされるかわからんだろう。人質に取られるようなこともあるかもしれん。
The Falzone and the Visconti are devout followers of God. They wouldn't.
しないと言い切れるか？奴らとてマフィアだ。優位に運ぶ手段があればそれを選ぶ。
But you can't.
確かにそうかもしれない。
Orlock mumbled just before I could finish my sentence.
ないとは言い切れない。可能性は潰しておいた方がいい。
Orlock.
ヤンが反省して対策も考えてくれたなら、俺も今回のことは水に流す。
I guess it is a good thing to have the Laoshu protect the church from danger. I didn't expect them to be so willing. Then again, I also didn't think what he said. Oh, excuse me. Then again, I didn't think. Then again, I also didn't think he said that out of pure goodwill. Same here, girl. As someone who believes in God, I shouldn't be so doubtful, but...
どうだ、俺たちの誠意を受け取ってもらえるか?
Yes. Thank you, Yang. I hesitantly gave my thanks. I didn't have a good reason to deny his offer. I really didn't have a choice. But now the anxiety that was building inside me grew even stronger than before. Alright, family. That's a good place to stop. Not at the halfway point of Orlock's route, but we shall see. Thank you very much for watching, y'all. Really appreciate you stopping on by. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna. And I'll see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and peace.